Hey, I'm Nate and I'm back to conclude the item world guide. So now we know the basics, we're going to want to make the perfect piece of equipment. We only have to do this once because then we're going to duplicate it over and over as much as you need. So the item that most people like to use is the Trapper I'm going to call it the Trap. It's a Land of Carnage rank 40 item that improves all stats. We're going to make this as perfect as we can get it. But please note that this stuff really does take a lot of hours, so it may not be for everyone to do. But it really gives you a much needed boost towards the very end game of endgame content. But stick around for the video because I'll be giving some other hints towards the item world as well. So there's 3 areas we need to concentrate on: kill bonus, training bonus, and innocence. So kill bonus was explained in the last video, but it should probably be the first thing you look into. You're going to have to supercharge the enemies to the strongest you can kill, because kill bonus is proportionate to the strength of the enemies that are killed inside the item. This is no easy feat inside of a Land of Carnage rank 40 item, but just pump up the stars as much as you can handle. Go inside and start using Land Decimator. We want to hit the soft cap of 400 if possible. If not, just go as high as you're comfortable with. A kill bonus is basically a stat multiplier that persists across runs in the item world, so it's important to get it early on before gaining too many levels, otherwise it will be too difficult to get this up. Your training bonus is a one-time multiplier that is cashed in when you exit the item world run. It does, however, permanently increase the rarity of an item. There's a couple of quick ways to get this higher. First, you might want to create a unit with super high movement and give them the Explorer ability. This is mine. Me, quick man, run very fast. Set the route to Mystery Room and then go looking for fights within any Mystery Room you find. There are quite a few Mystery Room battles available and they all increase your training bonus. Now the other way to increase it is to defeat bosses. There's actually an option you can set in the cheat shop to make boss floors unskippable. You can turn this on and then use diver items to keep skipping all the normal stages and go straight to the boss battles over and over again. Killing these bosses increases your training bonus. Also bear in mind, by defeating an item god too, you will get a unique innocent added to the item which you can toggle on and off. The amount of stat increase innocence in an item also help the multiplier gained from a training bonus. Therefore, you're going to want to keep a bunch of useful innocence in the item you're working through. Because not only this, but if you find a duplication room, all the innocence inside the item will be duplicated too. Once you've managed a high enough kill bonus, we can get to really increasing the level of the item. The level cap starts at 500, but it can be increased all the way to 9999 if wanted. This might be difficult, and it's not totally necessary. Once you have your equipment at a level that's enough for you, it's time to duplicate it. Make sure you have triple jump unlocked in the life support unit squad before you go looking for duplications, because you're going to have to climb a really tall tower. Once you have, it's the simple but sometimes long-winded task of searching every mystery room until you find this one, a duplication room. Climb to the top of the tower and talk to the NPC, and there's a chance she'll duplicate the item you're currently in. This doesn't always work, unfortunately, so you might have to try multiple times. There's no strictly speedy way of duplicating, but you can make mystery rooms appear more frequently using the mystery room route and by making sure someone is on the field with the Explorer ability when completing a floor. Run straight for the exit or clear the room quick with a Land Decimator over and over until you find what you're looking for. Do this enough and you'll have a cloned perfect piece of equipment. There's more information about finding rank 40 weapons in an older guide of mine, which I'll link in the video cards. Let's quickly talk about the item assembly. This is a lot like the Dark Assembly, but with builds that directly affect the chosen item. Maybe I'll do a Dark Assembly guide at some point too. The difference here is that the item assembly uses a completely different currency, called item points. You can only gain item points by selling items to the item assembly by using the point exchange command. Rarer and higher rank items sell for more points. Item points are much harder to get than money, so I tend to sell my extra items here rather than at a normal shop. It's here at the item assembly you can rename an item, and if it's a weapon, you can change the appearance too. There are also some other functions. You can toggle any unique innocence on or off, increase stats, increase population level, and increase rarity. This rarity increase is great in a pinch if you need to get it to legendary before fighting an item god. Let's quickly aside about what a unique innocent is. A unique innocent is a innocent that is won by defeating certain bosses. It will just appear in the item where the item god is defeated. They usually have really bizarre or different effects to a normal innocent, almost like an e-ability for your item. Honestly, any bonus here in the item assembly is beneficial. If you're going for the highest stats possible, you're obviously going to want to use the increase stat by a lot bill every time. So let's talk about innocence and innocent management. You want to unlock the innocent farm early on, so that we can start growing and combining them. There are two different ways to raise your innocence. The first is a trick that I don't use, but only because I can't. To do this, you have to stop upgrading the Innocent Aid Squad at level 7. You see, the Hunter Team Squad has a bonus when fully leveled to double an Innocent's growth when you subdue them. So you could effectively move any newborn Innocents into an item, go in there, and subdue them to instantly double their power. However, if you're like me and you already fully upgraded the Innocent Aid Squad, you can't do this because any innocents born at the farm are already subdued. The other way is slower, but it works. Simply put 2 of the best innocents you have of the same type in the farm, and then keep playing as normal. Eventually they will grow, and they will also have a baby of the same type. Fuse the baby with one of its parents and put them back in the farm. Keep doing this until you have a fully powered innocent, and then you can begin the process again by combining the children with each other. By constantly having children and combining them, you can reach a few full stacks in no time. Once you do, you can always put them in an item and duplicate that item. It's a slow process, but if you keep your eye on it, it will simply happen naturally as you play. Plus, when you go through the item world, you're clearing tens of floors each time usually, so it doesn't take too long to grow the innocents and have them give birth. There are plenty of other secrets in the item world and beyond it in this game that I'd love to see and I'd love to tell you about. Very soon, the remake of Disgaea 1 will be releasing, and I'll be doing some content on that too. But since it's a remake, we're going to stick with Disgaea 5 for a while. So tell me what you want to see. If you want to support these guides and the other videos I do too, check out my Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can really help me out with stuff like buying new games for the channel, upgrading equipment, and eating food so I don't die. I hope to one day do this full time. So a huge thank you to HCG Random for becoming a patron. It really does mean a lot to me. Otherwise, subscribe and stick around for some exciting stuff coming up in the future. And follow me on Twitter and Twitch for updates. I also should have a Discord server running soon too. Thanks so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you later.